Do you want to make a webcomic? Well, good news. Today I'm going to teach you how to build a website just like this that you can use to host your comics, whether you want to do traditional print comics or vertical format. It's your own website. You get to make all of the rules. The best part is you'll still be able to get all of the likes, the comments, subscribers, whom you're going to be able to send notifications to, and you'll even be able to charge your subscribers if they want to get access to your early content. That's right, you can start generating revenue immediately, and you can do it all in under an hour. Hey, Walter here. A lot of people have been asking about creating your own custom websites for your comic. Well, Wix was kind enough to sponsor this video so I could show you how to create your own little webcomic kingdom on the internet where you answer to no one but yourself. If you want to get started on your own personal webcomic site, just go to www.wix.com/WalterOsleyWix to sign up for your own account, and then you can follow along with me while I do this tutorial. Once you have your Wix account created, the first thing you want to do is create a new site by going to the upper left of your Wix dashboard and then clicking Create New Site. Choose Blog. This is going to be our secret weapon that will make our site act like a social or webcomic platform. Select to create your site with the editor and click Edit Template. We're going to want full control. Now, it doesn't really matter what template you choose. I'm going to pick something that is minimal and devoid of clutter. Let's see what their blog templates for art look like. I like this DIY blog one. Let's try it out. Just hover over it and click Edit. Now, one of the first things you'll want to do is customize the site so that it fits your comic style. Obviously, you can go crazy with the customizations, but I like to keep my websites minimal, and there are two reasons for this. One reason, the comic is the star of the show. All of the reader's attention should be focused on the comic. You don't want a lot of visual noise competing with your comic artwork. The second reason is because it's just faster. I spend all my time making comics, so there isn't a lot of time left for messing around with all this other stuff. So the minimum we're gonna wanna do is create our own logo, pick appropriate fonts, and finally select the colors that vibe the best for our work. First, let's delete everything in the header. Just click on it and then hit delete for each of these elements. Now let's add our own graphics by going to the media button on the left and then clicking on upload media. Close this upload media dialog box so we can see our current files, which should be empty if you're just starting. When making a website, it's important to stay organized, so let's create some folders here to hold all of our artwork. Right now, we just need one for graphics, but let's create a second one as well for the comic. Now go into the graphics folder and upload any graphics you have. Currently, I just have a logo that I'm gonna upload. Once it's uploaded, click on it and click Add to Page. Now just move it to the correct location. This is a file type called PNG, which is great because it allows us to have transparent backgrounds instead of all of your images being trapped in a box. Actually, I think my name should be here also, so let's add that as well. Click the Add button and then go to Text. Scroll around for something that fits with your comic. You can also further modify this by double clicking on it and then changing the font color until you get something that you think works well with your logo and your comic. Adjust the size so it doesn't take up as much room and shrink the header to fit. Just click in the header section and then click this bar and drag it up to shrink it. I'm also going to change the header design a bit by left clicking in this empty header section, click Change Header Design, and then scroll through this list of presets just to give the header a little bit more pop. Also try messing around with some of the settings for additional options, like I'm going to make this header fade when I'm scrolling through the page. Actually, let's spice up the entire page a little bit. I have a cover I drew for this comic, so I'm gonna put it to use. Click on an empty area of the page below the header and then choose Change Page Background. Choose an image, upload the cover image, or just something cool that you drew for your comic, and then click Change Background. Now click on Settings and lower the opacity to something really low, like 10%, and then change the background color to something that works with the palette of your comic. There's a ton of other customizations we could make, but this is going to be enough to get our comic online so people can actually start reading it right away. Get the comic out there as soon as possible. You can worry about making the website look better and better when you find you have some free time to spare. Yeah, right, free time. Sure. I'll get right on that. Once you get it looking the way you want, click on change background again, and then click apply to other pages at the bottom, and then select all of the pages. Anyways, okay, now we got our webcomic site, except we don't have a comic yet. Now this is magic time. Click on the blog button on the side and then click manage posts. First thing we want to do is delete all of these previous blogs. Click select all and then click move to trash. Now let's create a new post. Do what it says and add a catchy title like episode 1. Now click on the settings button and we need to add a cover image. I created my cover images just from my favorite panel in that episode. That way I don't have to create extra just one-time use artwork, so I can save myself some time. My cover images are also small, like 300 pixels wide. You don't want to make them any bigger than that because that's going to increase the download time for your readers, and when you start having like 100 episodes, having to download these huge thumbnail cover images is going to slow things down and be really annoying for them. So make them small. Click the add button, go to your comics folder, and then upload your episode artwork. I'm going to go ahead and upload 4 episodes ahead of time that I've already prepped. Name each folder something like 001, 0002. This makes it easier for the computer to organize the folders and sort them correctly by the numbers of the episodes. Once you start the upload for one episode, go ahead and start the upload for the remaining 4 episodes as well. You can move around in the folders as files are being uploaded. You don't have to wait for it to finish. Now go ahead and add your episode 1 cover to the post. Now click on the Advanced tab and add a description for your episode. You can also decide if you want to allow commenting or not. Like, you can choose all different kinds of customizations. I'm going to leave commenting on. The next step is to add the art. Click on the add button and choose gallery. Go to your episode 1 folder. Now if you're doing Webtoon style comics, make sure you still slice your comics the same way you would for Webtoon. You do have the options of making the resolution higher than the Webtoon's 800 pixels, but if you do this, like if you want to make a 1000 pixel wide comic, shrink down the height some. Remember, larger files are going to take a longer time to download for your reader, so a bunch of smaller files is a better user experience. If you're doing traditional comics, upload a few pages per update, not just a single page per update. It gives your reader more incentive to click on the notification that they're going to receive, go out, read your comic, like it, and comment. If they know it's only 1 page of content, they may not think it's a big enough deal to click on right now, so maybe they'll wait, maybe they'll forget altogether. In my case, I'm doing the Webtoon style. I've done another video about how to slice your comics using a site called Croppy, or if you use Photoshop or Clip Studio, you have other techniques available to you as well. Look in this video's description for links out to those specific tutorials. If you use Croppy, notice how Croppy labels its files 1, 2, 3. This isn't great. It should actually be 01, 02, 03 because of the way computers work. If you had more than 100 sliced files, it would actually have to be 001, 002. Luckily, I just have to add a 0 to the front of files 1 through 9. Once your files are labeled correctly, you can upload them to Wix. Remember, this would work exactly the same for traditional page style comics. You just don't have to worry about the slicing. Once you've uploaded, make sure you sort them A to Z so they're in the right order when you add them to the gallery. Click the sort icon and then A to Z. Hit Ctrl A to select all of them, or click drag to highlight all of them, and then click add to page. Okay, the comic is there, but this doesn't look quite like what we want it to look like. We need to change the display method, change from grid to panorama, change the width to full width, and finally click the settings cog icon. Now you can decide if you want to let readers expand or download your images. I would say to turn both of these off. Expand is just full screening your art, which is silly because it's already going to be full screen and people might hit it accidentally. And then of course we want to turn downloading off because we want to protect our artwork from piracy. Now click the layout tab and then lower the spacing to 0. This is really important. This is what's going to make sure there's no gaps between our artwork. Now if you're doing a traditional print style comic, you may want to keep this gap, possibly increase it to something larger like 30 so that your reader knows where one page ends and another starts. Okay, now it's really looking like a webcomic. You'll notice in this mode you can't see the entire episode. Don't worry, it's all there. Let's hit publish to make this a legit post. Now I'm going to quickly add 2 more episodes so I can show you the next step that we're gonna have to do to make a new post. I don't wanna have to do all of that all over again, so I'm going to click on the ellipses over here and choose duplicate post. Now rename it, go to settings, remove the old cover, add the correct cover, and then change the description under advanced. Click on the image gallery, then click organize media button, click select all, and then delete all of these old episode images. Now click add media and upload the correct episode's artwork. Don't forget to make sure your episode is sorted correctly before you add it. Publish it, and then we're gonna do a 3rd episode the exact same way. Okay, close the post manager so we can see our page. This is looking really good, but I think these episodes are taking up a little bit too much room. Click in the blog area and then click settings. Then layout, scroll to the additional image settings and shrink to taste. You don't want it too small or it's gonna cut out the title and the description. If you scroll down, we've got a bunch of other settings. The only one that I'm going to change right now is the post load number. This will be how many episodes your readers will see on a list at once. It would be great to show all of them, but again, that's going to be a lot more images that are going to have to load for your reader. So right now I'm gonna leave it at 20. Click on the display menu and we can remove some of this information to clear up all of the clutter. We don't need author name, reading time, more actions, all that stuff can go. If you want, you can also remove the likes and the comment counter and all that stuff so you don't get hung up on all of those metrics. Let's preview our handiwork. Click the preview in the upper right hand corner. All right, so far so good. Let's take a look at it in mobile mode by clicking this phone icon in the top left. This is pretty legit. It's a very Webtoon-like. We just got a few more things I think that we need to clean up. Let's go back to the editor, switch back to desktop mode, and then go to my blog and then click manage post. Edit episode 3 and click settings, click advanced, and then click add post to the related section. Select episode 2 and hit done, hit publish. Repeat the steps for episode 1 and 2. The related post for episode 2 would be episode 1 and 3. For episode 1, the related post would be episode 2. Basically, we're creating the next and previous buttons for our reader. Every time you add an episode, you'll want to update the previous episode to include the new episode that you just added. So if I add episode 4, I'll update episode 3 to be related to episode 2 and 4. For example, duplicate episode 3, run through the process of adding episode 4 like we did earlier in this video. Now for the related post, we choose the previous episode. In this case of episode 4, it's going to be episode 3. Add the artwork and hit publish. Now edit episode 3 and make sure you add episode 4 to its related posts. So whenever you add a new episode, you'll have to update the previous episode to include the new one. Now, if we preview the site again, we'll be able to have a more enjoyable reading experience by being able to select the next episode once we read the bottom of the episode that we're reading. Let's do a couple other things to make the process more enjoyable, user-friendly for our readers. First, let's make our logo a link back to our homepage or our list of episodes. Click on it, click the link icon, and choose Page, Home, and Current Window. Do the same thing for any other elements you've added to your logo. My logo, I think, is also taking up too much space, so I'm gonna shrink it some. My ego doesn't need it to be this big. Just adjust everything to fit so that we're using as little room as possible and using most of the room for our episodes. Let's add a menu item so that readers can jump right to our first episode. Publish your website and go to the actual live website. Click on your first episode and copy the URL. Now go back to your website editor, click on the menu and click Manage Menu and then Add Link. Web address, paste the episode 1 URL and then click Current Window and done. Click the 3 ellipses and rename it to Read First Episode and move it to the top of the menu list. Let's change the font color of the menu while we're at it, since the header color I picked makes it kind of hard to read. Click on the menu, hit the paintbrush to access the design menu, click Customize Design and then select text. You can change the colors of the regular font, hover font, clicked font. You're also going to want to make sure to update the bottom half of this template and also the About page to correctly reflect you and your comic. Maybe also add an RSS feed button. I don't know how many people still use RSS, but we'll have it just in case. Go to my blog, add blog element, RSS button, drag it onto the page somewhere. Now for the piece de resistance, monetization. Go to my blog, manage posts, edit episode 4, and click monetization on the left. Click get started and create plan. Give it a name, a tagline, add a price to the plan, and make it a reoccurring payment. This is going to create a monthly subscription account for your readers. Just like Patreon, except you're in full control. You could also create just a one-time payment option if you'd rather charge, like, say, 20 bucks for season 1 and skip the whole reoccurring cost thing. I'll do a simple $1 a month plan for now with a length of plan that is until canceled, and just hit create. Boom, now anyone can read episode 1 to 3 for free, but they'll have to subscribe to get to episode 4 right now. Make sure you go through and set up your payment method so that you can actually get paid when somebody wants to give you money. Now, when you upload the next FastPass episode, just go back to your post manager and remove episode 4 from the FastPass plan by clicking on the ellipses, manage subscription plan, and then disconnecting it from the plan. Now, anyone can read episode for free again, but they'll have to subscribe to get episode 5. I don't know about you, but I think that is pretty amazing. Also, when people comment on your episode, they'll be asked to sign up for your blog. Now, when you create a new episode, it's going to email them a notification that a new episode is up. It's super slick. Also, when they comment, you'll get an email notification letting you know they left you a comment, which is really nice to know when someone left you something. And voila, you got your own Webtoon, webcomic website that you can share with the world. You get all these amazing fancy bells and whistles that you could possibly want. Don't forget, you can add your own custom domain name with just a handful of clicks using Wix. And you'll have access to your subscribers, traffic reports, sales, and all of this fun stuff just right underneath your fingertips. And of course, you could go through and play around with all these settings and getting things working and looking exactly like you want. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe for future videos like one where I'll show you how to add an online store to this webcomic page. If you have any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, go to wix.com/WalterOsleyWix to get started on your own site. Let me know if you give this tutorial a try. Post a link to the site you create in the comments so that we can check it out. And if you want to keep making comics easier, be sure to like, link, love, hug, and hit that sub button for more sweet, sweet goodness. I just want you to know that you are pretty awesome. But if you leave a comment and share this video, you're even awesomer. Catch you in the next video. Peace. And yes, my hair was misbehaving, so I had to put it in timeout.